Okay, I got this from IC Station. Bought a couple of them. They're audio amps. I saw them on a YouTube video. Just thought, oh, that'd be an interesting thing to have a look at. I think it was like Learn Electronics. That's a good YouTube channel if you want to check it out. So we'll just empty the contents of the bag and see what we've got. So circuit board, nicely screen printed, screen print. Let's just zoom in a little bit, make it a little bit clearer, and all the values of the components are on there. There's no written instructions at all with this, so it's just a case of finding the bits and putting them on. So there you go, all the W's, icstation.com, and I think it cost me a couple of quid. So various resistors, we'll check those out on my little component checker to see what values they are. There's a couple of heat sinks for the integrated circuits. So these ICs,
or if you can see what they
amplifier circuits. And there's a close-up view of the, so it's a TDA 2030A. So TDA 2030A, so hi-fi amplifier. And various other bits. There's a couple of more resistors, some capacitors. Electrolytic capacitors, and a couple of connectors. That's the audio in jack plug. Ceramic capacitors. There's just a couple of screws to hold the ICs onto the heat sinks. Connector, 50k pot with a variable with a 50k pot, and a big plastic knob on the end. A diode and an LED. So let's put this together and see if we can make it work. So I'll just test the resistors. These little resistors from China, I can't see the colours, knackered old eyes. So I just use this. This is one of those kit-built testers from Banggood, and it does a cracking job. Okay, so this is the solder station that I made with the crocodile clips and the tubes for lubricating CNC machines. Works brilliantly for me. I put some heat shrink on the crocodile clips just to protect whatever I'm clamping, and that seems to work nicely. So I'll just start off by putting the resistors in the circuit board. I won't bore you with making you watch me put resistors in circuit boards, so we'll speed this up a little bit, I think. When I find the right button. There we go. There you go, you can see it a little bit more clearly now. And let's whiz through this, shall we? Stick the diode and the ceramic capacitors in as well, and just solder it up. My soldering skills ain't that good, a little bit shaky these days on the hands. Just positioning it where I can actually work on it. So again, I'll solder a couple of bits on, and then yeah, we'll whiz through the rest of it. Yeah, trimming all the legs off, and then I tend to just reflow the components just to make sure that they're soldered properly. Okay, let's clear this crud out of the way, and we'll move on to I think we'll move on to the ceramic capacitors and get them in place. Starting off with the LED. It's handy that it's printed on the actual circuit board exactly what goes where, and remembering polarity with these with the LED and the capacitors. Just bend the legs over just to secure them when I turn it over, and we'll start soldering. So same as before, just I'll solder a couple of bits and then do a bit of fast forwarding. My soldering skills ain't that good, so I do my best, but it seems to work. Just not very pretty. Yeah, trimming the legs off again, and
that's them soldered on.
That's them all on there. Next bits to put on are the ICs and the heat sinks. And and they just sort of screw in place. And then what I tend to use when dealing with awkward bits like this heatsink is I tend to use a blob of blue tack. I'm sure everybody does, and that just sort of holds it all in place. And then just tack it on there. I'm making a meal of that. Anyway, we'll fast forward through the second one. It's exactly the same as the first one, and then the actual IC itself. There's the audio jack getting soldered on, the connectors, get all them soldered on, and the variable pot, and that is it. Just get the final flourish of a plastic knob. Excellent. So there you have it. Quick half hour, nice little project whilst my wife's out, giving me a bit of peace and quiet. That doesn't happen often, but don't tell her I said that. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It looks quite nice, not difficult, and yeah, not too bad at all. I suppose the only thing left now is to give it a test, see how it performs, see if it performs at all. I'm sure it will. So I've got a couple of old speakers, really old speakers. They're like 30 years old, from a company called Cambridge Sound, I think it was. And this is a power supply that I put together as a kit from Banggood, but I added an on-off switch and a couple of different connecting points, and there's the voltmeter at the top. I don't know how accurate it is. It's kind of within 0.5 of a volt, I think, which is good enough for me. So it's just connecting the power up, and then I've got my little iPod, I don't know, iPod Touch I think it is, and a male to male audio jack cable, and we'll see if we can get some sounds running through this. Sorry about the focus there. So let's switch it on. It's I always make sure everything's turned right down before I switch anything on. I think 12 volts will be the kind of place we need to be with this. Yeah, well, there's no smoke and it didn't go bang, so that's a good start. Let's put a bit of music on and we'll see if it's working. Yeah, that seems to be working all right.
Let's have a listen to some dogs.
I think we'll change to some sounds that aren't copyrighted. So I found a site with some dogs and lions and stuff like that. So we'll just play them. See how it performs. That seems to be working pretty well. That's interesting to just look at the volts as we pump the sounds through this.
Can you see the voltage changing with the volume? And then if I turn the volume down, let's try a different one. Wind it down to 12 volts. Yeah. So, yeah. So it works. Kind of does what it says on the tin. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Nice little project. And it works.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Any comments are always gratefully received. And see you soon. Bye.